figure out off the state of what the hell is wrong with looking at yourself as black first before you anything else.
Okay, there are ills that happen in this country, and black people took the brunt of a lot of it. We weren't the only ones, but we took the brunt of a lot of it. This country has not always been great to black people. I acknowledge that. Can we understand that? But to act as if we're still living in this perpetual state of racism that has something to do with your everyday life, that we ain't never gonna be able to come together if you believe that, man. If you say you black first, that's crazy. That's like a white man saying, I'm white first.
They are.
Yeah, but they do say
wrong then. They wrong then.
America is white first, man.
No,
No. I don't think people of less melanin do that. They don't say, I'm a white American. They just say, I'm American. We and other people groups have added this and made it Black American, African American, a Negro American, Black, all these other things, American Blacks, American Negro. We've added all these other qualifiers, and America should be America, and those who are here should be American.
No, America is not white first.
America considered you property. You were
that's a long time ago, bro.
Sir, let me ask you something. This
Are you
is where the disconnect comes from for us. When you say they traded black people, if you were traded, would you consider that you were stolen or traded? If it was you, if somebody took you right now and against your will and took you to another country, would you consider that you were traded, or would you consider that you?
That's irrelevant to today, though. That has no value to today whatsoever, because there's always the presupposition that every black person in America is an ancestor of a slave. That's not the truth at all. So you're already starting out on a bad foot, but more than that, it's irrelevant to today. It doesn't matter.
So if somebody enslaved me
Yes.
and sold me to these white people,
Yes.
I would consider that I was traded by my own people.
Okay. So where you and I differ is a fundamental
history.
understanding.
There's no fundamental. This is historical fact. We were enslaved in Africa and sold through slave trade around the world. Majority of us went to South America.
We did.
United States of America that we know today.
If you would not consider yourself stolen, that's something wrong with your internal compass.
Stolen by who?
No, but not everybody was stolen. Not everybody was enslaved. And even more than that, then he agreed that we were slaved on the continent of Africa. So why are you not looking at Africans as the original slavers? Why are you looking at white people and saying America is as slavery, whatever, instead of saying, well, Africans were slaved first in Africa? See this, but why are we doing this? We're in the year of our Lord 2026. We are free from this foolishness.
Whoever stole you, whoever stole you to another country.
White people, by black and white people, I was stolen.
But I'm trying to figure out off the state of what the hell is wrong with looking at yourself as black first before you're anything else, black before you're American, black before you're anything else. What's wrong with that?
What does black mean?
Because all black people ain't the same.
I'm trying to figure out off the state of what the hell is wrong with.
So it's like I've been saying for a while, the reason that this can be a controversial topic in the black community is because truth be told, a lot of black people do not look at their blackness first.
Correct. Me.
They understand that they're black, but they don't
Facts.
go off of blackness first. They don't protect their blackness first. We're more.
They don't lead with their blackness. I don't lead with me being black. I'll let you know I'm black if that helps add some kind of understanding of a particular topic, but I don't lead with it.
Tribal, where the white community protects their whiteness a little bit more. They do see everything more white. Their difference is conservative and liberal. At the end of the day, they still come back to their whiteness in the sense that you have a liberal white person and a conservative white person. No matter how much the conservative white person is for their beliefs, you will see how they move, right?
That's not true at all. That's not true. No, the word whiteness alone is something that we made up. Black people, highly melanated peoples have made that up and started imposing that on white people, white Americans. Like we made that up. Nobody was leading with that. We made that up. So now you're adding definitions and adding categories that other people didn't do. You did that.
Liberal white person will say, oh, we're for black people, we're for this, but they still don't want to live in a black neighborhood. They still don't want to send their kids to majority black schools. They still don't want to send their kids to HBCUs. They still don't want to live in neighborhoods that are predominantly black. They still want to be.
Bruh, we don't want to do those things. Black folk don't live in black neighborhoods, go to black schools, go to HBCUs and such of that nature. Black folk don't do it. Why are we looking at white folk and acting like it's a pound for pound, a white neighborhood and a black neighborhood? Tell me that there's not a difference. No, I'm sorry. We don't want to live around us.
In an area that's mostly controlled by white people, even if they're liberal whites, by whites, they still put their whiteness first, no matter what side of the aisle.
What do you mean?
But black people don't necessarily move like that. Yeah, you have a lot of black people who are like, yeah, I'm black, but I want to send my kids to majority white school. I'm gonna move to a majority white neighborhood.
Because of what we've done to our communities are not the same. You can't just say, I'm black, I want to move to a white neighborhood. Where is he black? Is he in the South? Is he in the North? Is he in the city? Where is he? There's a big, huge difference. And I think, brother, I like this young blood. I don't think he's thinking about this fully. Compare. Let's compare. We're talking about a pound for pound, one for one comparison, and I don't think we are.
I like being a minority amongst other white people because then I stand out. And a lot of black people don't mess with each other because they say, well, I'm, educated black. They're a poor black. They're uneducated. We will find so many ways to differ ourselves. We're very tribal as a people.
No, because we tear up stuff. I don't want my stuff tore up. I don't want my house run up into. I don't want my family living in fear. No, bro, you're going to have to compare and really do a real honest discussion about our neighborhoods and what we've done. It has nothing to do with white people. That's something that we need to do. And until we have that discussion as a highly melanated black community, until we have that conversation, we're never going to be anywhere.
People think that we're a monolith, but we're not. Black people are very tribal. And if you're around a large group of black people, you will see that. That's why it's easy for us to have gangs. Oh, he's a Crip, he's a Blood, he's this, he's that. Because we will.
So other groups don't have gangs?
Real quick. Black people have never seen themselves as one. Even if you go to Africa, the continent of Africa, they're not united. They don't see themselves as one group of African people. It's many, many different countries within Africa.
Right.
And even the United States, yes, we're black Americans, but people like Officer Tate, a lot of them, and Candace Owens of the world, Anton Daniels, they don't look at themselves like that. They're not part of the tribe. They say, yeah, I'm black, but that's not my identity. That's my skin color.
I'm not leading with it. Right.
And I think you know what? Cool. But guess what? We're not going to make a huge difference in this country. The black community won't advance as a community if we don't see ourselves as one. Because the strength is in numbers. The power is in numbers coming together.
Why don't we see ourselves as Americans, though? Because, I'm looking at this young blood's backdrop. I'm looking at his foreground, these books right here. Look at the artwork behind him. He doesn't look like he lives in a black neighborhood. I could be wrong. But that's not black art that he has up there. Those are not black books that he's reading right there. So how is it that you're any different? And now, again, if this young blood lives in the hood and they selling dope and selling box down the street from his house, okay, then I will understand. But sir, it doesn't look like you live in the hood yourself.
We already are a minority. So if we keep separating ourselves, how can we advance? But believe it or not, there are a lot of black people who think just like Officer Tate. But what the white community don't tell you is they are white first, whether they're conservative or they're liberal. Next one.
But you just said that, my brother. Shout out to Noise TV. But he just said that, though. There's no evidence to those points that you made? Because they're white, because they're liberal conservative, they're white first, their whiteness is put first. Where's your evidence of that? Where is your evidence of that? And just because they want to live amongst people that look like them, and we maybe necessarily don't want to live around people that look like us, how is that bad? I don't understand. Anyway, let me know what you think. Did you like this type of viewpoint? Do you have a different viewpoint? Comment down below. Give me your 2 cents. I'm going to leave the video link down here so you can definitely check out what this brother is talking about. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say in the comments. Make sure you like the video. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.